Yo guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. It's the penultimate episode of Season 1 as we've got two of our final 5 Serie A games against Parma away and Fiorentina at home. Before we get to the games though, shout out Bresh me getting on off camera, and also for the first time ever, we have had a youth intake, and it's an interesting one. Let's get to that first. So yes, I discussed this in the last episode, but we were due a youth intake, as you get one every single season, and we've finally had ours. And there are actually a couple of decent, exciting prospects that have come through the youth ranks here in Brescia in Season 1. Starting with David Mazzai, who is a young ball-winning midfielder. 17 bravery on that already. I love to see that. And 15 determination, not bad. I have a long way to go, of course, but still, he looks like he could be quite good in the future. There's a young striker called Alberto Campagna. 19 determination. You know I love that, with 13 finishing and 12 first touch and dribbling already. Needs to work on the strength, but 6'2" as well with 13 off the ball. This kid looks pretty decent, I must admit. And the standout of the three is actually in our first team right now, and I've given a few minutes as well. His name is Claudio Piccardi, a 17-year-old attacking midfielder who right now, nothing really jumps out at you too much. 14 first touch and 16 technique is very nice, with 14 flair and 14 decisions too, but really, long way to go. But the potential suggests this guy could be a star in years to come. Unfortunately, we don't really play with attacking midfielders, so we play with like deep line playmakers and box to box and border midfielders. This guy clearly isn't going to be doing, but he looks pretty decent. And I've given him some minutes in the Serie A already. The fickle personality concerns me. I'll have to try and change that over time, but I must say he looks pretty decent. And again, so some decent youth players coming through, but no one who I know for sure is going to be a star. But you never know; these guys could be pretty decent in the future. So moving on to the run off camera, in the last episode, of course, you saw our goalless draw at home to Spout, and then the very damaging 2-0 loss away against Genoa. There were 5 games off camera, and I talked about in the last episode, I couldn't see us winning any of them, and I thought we'd pick up 1 draw, or possibly 2 at the most, and I was right. Just 1 point picked up from a possible 15. We started with 2-1 loss at home to Roma, got thrashed in this game. To be fair, did have a couple of chances, hit the woodwork again in this one. Spinazzola scored an early goal for the visitors. Dzeko made it 2-0 right after the restart, whilst Balotelli did score from the spot once again. I think half his goals this season have come from the spot. We still did lose by 2-1. And following that, a 4-1 loss away at San Siro against Milan. Scoreline I thought was really unfair on us in this game. Now, we had a couple of brilliant chances in the game. Sadly, our finishing just wasn't there. Zlatan missed an early penalty, but Rafael Leao bagged 2. Zlatan scored 2 himself, including a penalty, which he made amends from in this game as well. Getzi scored a fabulous goal for us in the second half as well, for the first goal for the club. But yeah, I think the scoreline's quite harsh on us there. 4-1. I didn't think we played too badly, really. And I felt as though we'd probably get a point in one of the final 3 games off camera, and we did in the very next one. At home to Torino, we got ourselves a very credible draw here, where again, we played pretty decent, to be fair. There were certainly encouraging signs. Could have won it on another day, but a 1-1 draw. We went behind early. We responded in the second half from a set piece. Tonali whipping it in, and Sistana scoring, I believe, his 3rd goal of the season, the centre-back, making it 1-1, volleying in the free kick, as we claimed a credible point. But following that, back-to-back thrashings. First away against Sassuolo, having a great season, lost by 4-0. Again, hate to be that guy, but I don't think the scoreline was fair. Lost by 4-0 though, 3 of the 4 coming inside the first half an hour. I know Jeremy Toljan getting his 2nd goal of the game later on as Sassuolo ran rampant, but I certainly couldn't defend my team in the final game of camera midweek at home to Atalanta. Right now chasing a shock Serie A title. We got battered by 5-0, but as you see by my lineup here, I picked a weakened team for the game because I knew we'd lose regardless, and I felt we had more chance of getting a result in the Parma game today. So throughout a weakened lineup for the game, and we were thrashed by 5-0. Luis Muriel, FIFA 13 legend, scored a hat-trick in this game, as we were absolutely destroyed, as we thoroughly expected. So yeah, just a 1 point picked up from 5 games, and as you can see in the Serie A table right now, we are still above the drop zone, but only by a single point. Sampdoria, like us in a run off camera, only managed a single point. Genoa did the same. Lecce actually won their last game. I can't believe this, man. Lecce could well pull off the great escape, although it is still, of course, very unlikely. And the reason I've come back today earlier than our game on this Sunday is because on this Saturday, there are 2 big fixtures as 2 of the bottom 3 are playing. Genoa at home to Napoli, Sampdoria away at Atalanta. I'm hoping those 2 teams right there that are going for the title title can do us a favour and ensure they don't slip up ahead of our game against Parma tomorrow evening. So what we'll do is we'll process through these Saturday fixtures and hope that Genoa and Sampdoria will both lose. I probably should have done this before, but okay, let's just process through together. Oh, by the way, I've been using some different tactics in the games off camera as well. I used the Gegenpress system on a couple of occasions. Sadly, didn't do us much good. The point against Torino was the 5-3-2. But here we go then, Serie A evening fixtures. Genoa at home to Napoli, Atalanta against Sampdoria, and yes, Napoli scored a late winner there. 1 of 2. Now, come on, Atalanta, you've got to beat Sampdoria at home, surely. Yes, there we go, another late winner, and that does us a big favour. So, 5 games to go. We've got a game in hand on both the teams below us right now. Get a point, and we'll go 2 points clear of Sampdoria and 5 clear of Genoa, and win it, and we'll have a 2-game cushion with 4 games to go. Massive opportunity here. So just before our game, I'm going to process through the 3 PM kickoffs. The games to keep your eye on are Fiorentina at home to Lecce. Come on, Fiorentina. Imagine if Lecce pull off the Great Escape, man. And a big relegation 6-point between Spal and Cagliari. You would say whoever wins that game will be officially safe. Well, I think Cagliari is safe. So if Spal win that one, I think they'll be safe as well. But it's Fiorentina's game I'm worried about. And oh my word. How did Lecce beat Fiorentina away? Man, really? Lecce beat Fiorentina, and now they've gone above Genoa and are only 2 points behind us. Yes, we got the game in hand, but back-to-back wins for Lecce. They have risen from the dead. If they pull this off, I mean, I'd love to see it, but not at our expense. Unbelievable run from Lecce. Extraordinary. So, Parma away, they've got nothing to play for, and we're going to try and hopefully pull a Lecce and beat the team mid-table right now on the road. A win will send us 4 points clear. We do have the second worst defensive record in the division. We've got to at least get a point. We've beaten them before. Let's see if we can do it again. So 5-3-2/3-5-2 for the game. On the injury report right now, you've got Rocco that's down. Desena is suspended. Iglio and Andrianaki are carrying slight knocks, but everyone else is totally fine. And this will be our team again. I did use the 4-1-2-3 Gegenpress, and I changed that to a diamond narrow for the Atalanta game as well. But the 5-3-2 is the only formation that's got us results this season, so we'll keep with it. And this is our team. Marco Moller in goal. Back 5 of Martella, Pirola, Sistana, Armenia, Sabelli, with Tonali, Bisoli and Viviani through the middle. Rovaglia and Balotelli up top, and on the bench, Andrianacci, Gastaldello, Mangravati, Magri, Semprini, Romulo, Iglio, Ghetti, Luis Ignoli, Piccardi, Donnarumma and Torri Grosser as well. First of the 2, Lecce catching up. Got to get a point here at least. Come on, Brescia. How the hell did Lecce just beat Fiorentina away? That is absolutely remarkable. Honestly, man, I'd love to see them stay up, but not at our expense. Come on, game in hand, this is it. And what we don't need is a poor start, as Moller claims the free kick. Early encouraging signs, that's what we want here. An early chance, doesn't need to be a goal. Just get a shot on target, test that goalkeeper, and show them that we're going to come for the win here, because we need it more than they do. Said on Twitter last night as well. Thanks to those that have been giving me tactical suggestions with this Brescia team. Obviously, as I've been mentioned throughout the course of the series, I have been making alterations. But I still think the 5-3-2/3-5-2 is the way to go with this team, as Martella comes out of position to win it back. Because we haven't got wide midfielders and wingers. And Martella's shot is easily caught. And the wing-backs are so important in this team as well. I really do think this formation is the way to go. Perhaps some minor alterations still need to be done with the tactics, a few tweaks here and there, but I still think 5-3-2/3-5-2, that's the way forward. Look at the stats here. We really have rocked up against Parma. We're dominating possession. We've had the shots. We've had the shots on target. But despite that, I mean, you saw what happened in the last episode against Genoa. I'm not feeling confident. Fall behind, I doubt we'll respond. Gagliolo down the right finds his man. And as he receives it right back, Yasmin Kurtic goes for goal and drills it into the bottom corner. I had this guy in a FIFA 13 manager mode with Brighton and Hove Albion. I still remember his name. I don't remember him striking shots like that. But that's right in the bottom corner. And Parma take the lead against the run of play. We've played some good football. We've had some good chances this season, but we just keep losing. Pizzela down the left-hand side for Parma with Sabelli to beat. If they go 2 goals up before the break, it's game over. Gervinho on the ball, whipping it in. And Inglese's header just over the bar. Stats just has been quite even so far, as we're still down by a goal. I don't feel the need to make tactical changes right now. I think all we need is just that one clear-cut chance. And I think we could get it as well. But a free kick here for Parma. And if they go 2 goals up, man, I can't see us getting back in this one. Oh, brilliant save by Marco Moller. But a rebound turned in. Sometimes you just don't get the luck. 18 years old. He's actually had a good season, to be fair, Marco Moller. Despite the amount of goals he's conceded, there's been certain games where he's really turned up and kept the scoreline respectable, but didn't get the help from his defenders there. 2-0 down. Again, statistically, seems to be okay, you know. Not many weaknesses to look at here, just unfortunately haven't created any chances, and sadly our defensive woes continue. Second half to begin, I think it's over. Gonna push the defensive line and the line of engagement up as well to higher. I prefer sitting back and trying to counter with this pressure team, but it is worth pointing out that doesn't really work out very often in Football Manager as Parola heads that free kick over the bar. It is, I would say, probably one of the most difficult styles to be successful with in Football Manager. The Gegenpress and the tiki-taka and the control possession, they seem to be much more favourable. I haven't really had any real success by playing counter-attacking football in any Football Manager for as long as I can remember, to be honest. Which begs the question, why am I doing it now? But either way, 2-0 down, game's over. But again, positives, but no points. 7 minutes to go, and if we're going to get ourselves a point, we need a goal right now. Viviani on the ball, on the turn. Tackled by Gervinho, but gets it straight back. Come on, Bresch. Let's get at least a consolation goal here. Martella down the left. Back to Tonali. 25 yards from goal. And finds the left wing back. Bisoli, lovely ball. Martella with space to whip in across if he wants to do so here. Which he will. And it will drop to Sabelli. And it's off the post. And the second rebound attempt is blocked. And Parma will clear. One of those afternoons. How many times have we hit the woodwork this season? I hate to be that guy, but honestly, man, we have had some real bad luck this season. Parma get the win though, 2-0 the final score. We can't beat them back-to-back this year, and that means that whilst we do still stay above the drop zone, we spurn the game in hand again. That's a common theme for us. 4 games to go, only above the drop zone by a point. Third worst form in the division, second worst defensive record in the division, and as we look at the fixtures coming, we're playing on Friday night at home to Fiorentina. Can't see us getting a result there. Cagliari at home to Genoa on the Saturday. Spal, I think, are safe now. And on Sunday, you got Sampdoria at home to Parma. Lecce against Bologna. And I can see them winning that game. I think if we don't beat Fiorentina on Friday, we'll be in the drop zone come the end of the episode. I think we need a win, not a draw. You know, again, I'm not going to be too beat up if we do end up getting relegated, because that was always what we thought would happen. Like, I didn't see us staying up in the first season. I thought it would be a miracle if we could pull it off. So I'm not going to be too beaten up. It's just the fact that it's going to feel so similar to the first season with Norwich in my last FM save. For those who didn't watch that, basically for the entire season, we were above the relegation zone and we got relegated on the final day. And I can see it happening again. Like, we have been out of the relegation zone since match day 16. And I can see it happening again. We stay above the drop all throughout the season. Then on the final day, bang, we're down to the Serie B. And that would just be absolutely gutting if it happens, man. For the second straight series in FM20. Come on. But anyway, second and final game. They go with a Friday night kickoff. So a chance to put the pressure on the bottom 3 here with a win against Fiorentina. If Lecce can beat them away, we can beat them at home. Come on, Brescia, man. I know we're in woeful form right now. I know we're all over the place, but we need to at least get a point today, at least. So, as you can see for the team, 5-3-2 again. I'm going to make a couple of changes to the tactics here. Again, I am going to push our defensive and line of engagements up a little bit. I just don't like to be too exploited in behind, especially when you're playing with wing backs as well. But we're going to do it and see if it works out. And a couple of changes to our lineup as well. Moller remains in goal. The back five is a little bit different now. You've got Martella, Mangravati, Sistana, Armini and Sabelli, with Tonali, Romulo and Viviani through the middle of the park. Torri Grossa comes in for Ravaglia alongside Balotelli. Again, I don't want to use an advance forward. I know some people have suggested that, but I want to make sure that the strikers don't... Like, I've got to have some link up between them and the midfield, because Sandro sits back, Viviani gets forward, but I need a striker that can connect the midfield, you know? And on the bench, you've got Andrianaki, Gastaldello, Parola, Magri, Temprini, Bisoli, Iglio, Getzi, Luis Ignoli, Piccardi, Donnarumma and Ravaglia as well. So second and final game, lose this one, and I think come the end of the episode, we'll be in the relegation zone. We were picking up points here and there a few weeks ago, but a lot has changed since then, unfortunately. But again, there have been some really encouraging signs in this run. I know we've lost 5 of our last 6 games. I know we haven't won a game in God knows how long, but there's been some really encouraging signs for us. We just haven't had the rub of the green when we need it, and we do need it right now. 18 minutes in, still 0-0, waiting the first chance. I'd certainly take a point tonight. Corner, Fiorentina, Franck Ribéry whips it in. Viviani heads clear, but it'll drop straight to Larola, who puts it just wide of the post. Again, statistically, when you look at the way the game's been playing, we're fine. We're not getting dominated like we often do in a lot of our games. You know, I really feel we've gelled quite nicely in this second half of the season, even though we've not been picking up results. First half coming to a close, we've got the second worst defensive record in the division. We've kept Fiorentina at bay. Again, positives. Come on, boys. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Second half begins as Armini plays it to Torre Grosso. Lovely ball from the free kick there. Held it up well. Romulo spreads the play to Martella. Down the left-hand side, one of our players of this season has his cross blocked, but wins it straight back and then gives it away again. And here come Fiorentina on the break. And this is what I'm worried about, playing a high defensive line here. When they come forward and they attack, our wing-backs have got a lot of ground to cover, but the shot from range goes way wide. But again, one of the advantages of playing a higher defensive line is that you're not sitting back too deep and allowing them more space to come inside and get close to the area. You can restrict them to long-range shots by playing that way if they're lacking a real creative midfielder. And at the moment, half an hour to go, we're doing okay. Throw for Fiorentina. Don't lose it now, lads. Sandro heads clear, but only temporarily. Larola gets it back. Beats the captain. In goes the cross. Oh, just wide the post. Chances have fallen to Fiorentina, but thankfully, they've not been clear-cut. 10 minutes to hold on to a big point. As a free kick is whipped in, and oh, it's gone in. Head at the back, stick turned in. Fiorentina have won it. Fuck me. 3 games to go. All the bottom 3 will have games in hand. I believe only Sampdoria can overtake us with a win. They have to win as well. But should have been a pointless. Yeah, I guess playing counter-attacking football in Football Manager is one of those things which I'll never be able to master, unfortunately. It's just a play style that I've never been successful with. But I really felt with this pressure team, especially in the first half of the season where we did pick up a few wins, that it might work out for us, you know, soaking up pressure and going on the break. But instead, we've just given away a penalty there and a chance for Fiorentina to wrap the points up and ensure they're in the bag, heading back to Tuscany. Golden chance here. And Moller's beaten, rooted to the spot. It's over, and I think we're going into the bottom 3 ahead of the season finale. Well, didn't exactly get dominated in this game, but it is still yet another loss and another game where we failed to get a goal as well. They have really dried up towards the end of the season. Don't normally go harsh on the team in the team talks, but feel like I need to now. Can't we softly? We're in a bloody relegation scrap. 3 games to go, and again, the teams below us have all got their games in hand coming this weekend. So what we'll do to end the episode off is play through Saturday. Cagliari at home to Genoa. Come on, Cagliari. And on Sunday, you got Lecce at home to Bologna and Sampdoria at home to Parma. So we'll process through those games together and hope those bottom 3 all will have defeats and we remain outside of the bottom 3. So first game, Cagliari against Genoa. Come on, Cagliari. Got to be a win. Got to be a win. Got to be a win. Surely Cagliari won that 2-2. Oh, look at that. 2 goals in stoppage time as well. Don't care about the Spal game now, but the Sunday ones, you got Sampdoria home to Parma and Lecce home to Bologna. That point for Genoa, means they cut the gap to 3. But I still think... Oh no, because they've got a better head-to-head record now, haven't they? Because they beat us 2-0. Ah, fuck's sake. Well, Hellas Verona did just beat Spal, but of course not really important now. Spal are definitely staying up. But Sampdoria at home to Parma. They beat us, but I got a feeling Sampdoria are going to win that. It's been a long time since they notched up a win. I think they're going to win it. A point will keep us above them on their head-to-head record, and Lecce need to win to have any chance of getting out of the bottom 3. They're at home to Bologna. And I can see both teams recording results there as well. So we'll process through together. Fingers crossed, hope for the best. Come on, Parma. Come on, Parma. Please beat Sampdoria. Oh, I said they might win it and they did. That's it. We're in the bottom 3. Regardless of what happens in the Lecce game, we drop into the bottom 3 ahead of the season finale. We've got Lecce, we've got Sampdoria, and I can't remember our other opponent. And oh, thank God Bologna won it late on against Lecce. 2 late goals there, so despite their stoppage time goal, Bologna do keep Lecce below us. But unfortunately, Sampdoria now escape the drop zone, overtake us with 3 games to go. And that means both of us have got Lecce in the final 3. Sampdoria have got Lecce, I believe, in their very next game. No, they don't. They've got Fiorentina away, then Lecce, then us. And we've got Lecce first, and then, of course, Sampdoria as well. So the fixtures look like this then. Sampdoria got Fiorentina, Lecce and Brescia. Lecce have got us, Sampdoria and Lazio. I think that Lecce are probably going down. But as for us, again, the final three, away against Lecce, that's got to be a win. Has to be a win. A draw's not good enough. Away against Lecce, at home to Bologna, I think we'll lose that. And then what could be a winner stays up game on the final day at home to Sampdoria. But fuck me, we haven't won since January. Oh man, we're going down. It was only a matter of time. We'd prolonged the inevitable for so long. And now we're finally back in the bottom three. It's like bloody Norwich. But that was today's episode of Club and Country, guys. Big thank you for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, then please drop a like. Much love to you. We'll come out with a season finale. Lecce away, Bologna at home, and Sampdoria at home in a winner stays up. Well, possible winner stays up game. And yeah, I think it's over now. I think we're going down. Have a great day there, guys. We'll find out in the next one. Season finale in the next episode. Much love, and I'll see you for it very soon.